Hi friends, this is Professor Arshad Jadhav and I'm going to deal with the subject Highway Engineering with the subject code 18CV56. Today we'll focus on module number 1 and lesson number 4. So before commencing the fourth lesson, that is lecture number 4, I would like to brief out whatever we discussed in the lecture number 3, that is last class. So in the last class we discussed about characteristics of road transportation. About 6 to 7 characteristics we studied. In that I've explained door to door service is a very important characteristics which is not at all available in any other type of transportation. See, door to door service means, so whenever you come out from your residence, you can see the highways or the roads, so through which you can take a travel, or your travel will start from your doorstep. So till the destination you can go. If you are going to visit your relatives at the distance of 50 kilometers, even you can reach till the door of your relative residence. This is only possible in road transportation, whereas if you want to go through railways, even it is a type of a land transportation, but you need to, there will be a fixed station to alight or board, even airports and even across the harbors. So only the highway is the only type of transportation which can give door to door service. After that we discussed about JICAR committee recommendations. In that JICAR committee recommendation we discussed about highway development or the construction is going to deal with the nation interest. Next, tax is collected on the petrol for the construction purpose or as a reserve amount. And next, after that, IRC, that is a semi-official technical body, is introduced to pull out the technical aspects. Last one is CRRI, Central Road Research Institute, to check the quality of the material which is situated at New Delhi. And these all recommendations are considered, and later these recommendations are implemented in terms of CRF, Central Road Fund, IRC, Indian Road Congress, and CRRI, Central Research Road Research Institute. This is established in the year 1929. This is in 1934, and CRRI in 1950 at New Delhi. So after discussing about the last class concept, now we'll focus on the fourth lecture, that is about highway development and planning. So far we discussed about the concepts or introductional parts of highway engineering. After that we focused on JICAR committee. Now very important concept, that is highway development and planning. See, in order to start the construction of the highways, what all tasks should be followed, what all steps should be followed, that we are going to study in highway development and planning. So in this highway development and planning, see, there are step by step procedure. Directly our aim or our motto is to construct a road just to provide the connectivity between the origin or destination, or just to provide the connectivity between the two important places. But construction is the last task. Before construction, many more tasks are there. So like from planning, right from development, design, and encroachment of land, and at the last choosing of the material and constructing the roads and allowing it to traffic operation, that is opening the road for the traffic operation. So ultimately, see here, whenever we are going to think about development and planning, the ultimate answer or the ultimate conclusion will be construction of the road. But before going to the construction of the road, we have many phases. That phases will focus, we will study here. The first task is, see here, very important, and the first task is highway planning. See here, whenever we need to construct a road between any points, that is origin and destination, first we need to plan it properly. Like what type of road should be constructed, from which point to which point it should be constructed. That is very important. After that, project development task should be done. It consists of a set of peoples. Project development consists of a set of peoples, and alternatives are considered in the project development process. See here, if your origin to destination is from A to B, so we can choose different alternatives with the different materials and different concepts. So only first is planning, next is project development. After that, we'll go for final design. Like during construction of the road, what the width of the road should be constructed, length will be standard, like origin to destination, whatever the distance is there, that will be our length of the road construction. But width of the road mainly depends upon number of lanes. If it is 2 lane, it is 7 meter. If it is 1 lane, it is 3.75 meter. If it is 3 lane, it is 10.50 meters. Like that, a lane will decide the width of the road. Okay, next one. Then when it is a design, then design will be either it may be in terms of horizontal curve, or it may be in terms of vertical curve. We have two types of curves. One is horizontal curve, other one is vertical curve. If you are designing the curves, that is nothing but a highway design. If you are designing SSD and OSD, that is stopping side distance, and if you are designing SSD and OSD, that is overtaking side distance, even this is also a geometry design, but it is a design in the part of construction of the highways. Next comes right of way. What do you mean by right of way? ROW. ROW is nothing but, see here, in order to construct a road, in order to construct a road, we need to encroach much more land. Like if we are constructing 2-lane road, the width of the 2 lane will be usually 7 to 7.5 meters. Okay, but keeping the future consideration, or keeping the future development or the growth, we need to encroach the land more than 7.5 meters. We have standard charts for encroachment of the land, that is ROW, for national highway, state highway, major district road, other district road, and village road. Okay, so based upon that, from the center of the road will encroach the land, so that is called as right of way. This width will be more than the width of a road. Example, if you are constructing 7-meter road, national highway, then ROW for this will be from 7 meter means 3.5 meter from center, 3.5 meter on left hand side. On right hand side it is 3.5 meter, and from right that is left hand side it is 3.5 meter, and even right hand side also it is 3.5 meter. But in right of way, we need to encroach 45 meter total width of the land, that is 22.5 meter and 22.5 meter. This is keeping the future consideration. This is called as right of way. Even this right of way has a very important role in highway development and planning. So only it is given the fourth important position here. Next one, after encroaching the land, here all the materials will be tested in the laboratory. Whatever I told CRI, Central Road Research Institute earlier, it was the only laboratory to test the materials. Nowadays you can see many more laboratories in any places. Even all the engineering colleges will be having material testing laboratory in the Department of Civil Engineering. So only this, after checking the material quality, when the results of that particular material will be in the permissible limit as recommended by IRC for the respective materials, then those materials will be chosen for construction work. So after the construction, now the road will be allowed for traffic. Okay, this till here, this comes under highway development and planning. Understood? So I'll again repeat, under highway development and planning, we have 5 steps. First one is we need to plan the road, what type of road we are constructing. Okay, what will be the length of road and what category of road we are constructing, where we are constructing. Project development means it is the next level of planning, that is what all should be done. It consists of a group of peoples, what all should be done, how we need to take the task, how the task should be distributed, how the survey should be carried out. These all comes under project development. Next comes final design, what all the design considerations are there, what all the design parts are there in the construction of highways or in the planning of highways. All these design parts are done at third category or the third stage, that is final design. It is the ultimate design, no corrections will be there, ultimate design it is. Next one, after designing we will choose the land and will encroach the land. We will encroach extra width of the land than whatever is prescribed for the construction of highways, that is called as ROW, right of way. Okay, next the last one is after doing everything we'll get the material, we'll test the material and we'll dump on the site and we'll start the construction, that is called as construction part. So these 5 methods are very important in highway development and planning. Many more methods are there, but in this only all the steps are included. So it is made to split into 5 parts. So next comes meaning of highway and road. So we'll focus on first road. Road is a thoroughfare, route or a way on the land between two places. It is a land between the two places which typically has been paved or otherwise improved to allow travel by someone conveyance including a horse, cart or a motor vehicle. In very general word, road is nothing but a route between two places to travel motorized or non-motorized vehicle. Then we'll focus on what do you mean by highway now. Highway is a public road, especially a major road it is. Major road means quality of the work will be good, type of the road, condition of the road and condition of the surface will be good. So major road connecting two or more destinations. Any interconnected set of highways can be variously referred as a highway system, a highway network or a highway transportation system. Each country has its own national highway system. National highway is nothing but it is also a route between places, but the quality and the purpose is different here. In the road which may be paved or will be with the good condition, highway is nothing but specific material should be used, condition is specified here and all the facilities given properly, that is highway. But the function of both is to allow the vehicles to travel from one place to the other place. So after studying this we'll go for the classification of roads. So classification of roads, type of road. So based upon weather condition, if you can classify the roads, then it is all weather road, fair weather road. If you are classifying the road with respect to weather condition, then it is all weather road and fair weather road. All weather road is operated all the 3 months for all the weather conditions. Fair weather road is operated for 2 conditions during the monsoon. Okay, because of overflow of the water, these roads will not be used. Okay, this is called as fair weather roads. All weather roads used in all the 3 seasons, 365 days. It is used for only 2 seasons. Whenever the monsoon is there, the road whatever it is used, it may be used as a causeways, means water will run on it and water will pass from one side of the road to the other side of the road. During that time, that particular road will not be utilized for the transportation purpose. Okay, next comes based on the carriageway. Based on the carriageway, roads are divided into paved roads and unpaved roads. Paved roads are those roads which have hard pavement surface. Unpaved roads are those roads they are without hard pavement surface. Okay, if it is the road is provided with the hard surface, then it is paved road. If the pavement is not provided with the hard surface, that is called as unpaved road. Next comes based on the surface pavement provided. So based upon the surface, pavement or the road is divided into 2 types, that is surface roads, unsurface roads. These are the roads which are provided with type of bituminous or the cement concreting surfaces. Surface roads will be having with always surface on it. This surface either it may be constructed with bituminous material or it may be constructed with cement concrete surfacing. Unsurfaced roads are those roads they are provided without bituminous or cement concrete surfacing. This bituminous and cement concrete surfacing will not be there. Other type of surface will be there. It may be WMM, WBM or Muram will be there. So such roads are never it is treated as surface roads. They are always treated as unsurfaced roads. Okay. Black topped road is nothing but a bituminous road. Okay, this is about the road classification of road based upon surface condition. So in today's class we discussed about highway development and planning. In that we discussed about the 5 steps, that is planning process, project development, final design, right of way, construction. Next comes we discussed about meaning of road and highway. Road is a way which connects the two places. Highway is a way or a highway, very important category road which is made for the public, and these are constructed with good specification and good material. Okay, classification of roads. The classification of roads are done based upon weather condition, that is all weather road and fair weather road, based upon paver condition, that is paved roads and unpaved roads. Last one is based upon the surface condition, that is surface roads and unsurfaced roads. So friends, this is about lecture number 4, and after studying this concept, see here in this concept whatever we discussed in today's class, that is highway development and planning, this overall concept lies under CO1. Okay, and Bloom level taxonomy is lies under level 1 and level 2. That is, we remembered the concept and we understood the concept. Already it is there, types of roads, everything it is there, just we recalled the concept and we understood the concept. So when we are recalling the concept, that is called as level number 1 in Bloom level of taxonomy, and we are when after recalling we understood the concept. This understood concept lies under level 2 under Bloom level of taxonomy. So only these two levels we understood from lecture number 4, which is under CO1. Friends, in the next class, that is lecture number 5, we'll focus on the next concept. Thank you.